Hi everyone, how's your week? Welcome back to Pacific Front channel. Here we are on the last Sunday of 2021. This year feels really fast, don't you think? But before we leave 2021, I still have one more video to share with you. For the last time in 2021, we're gonna look back at what happened in the Indo-Pacific region in December 2021. I have 5 interesting news to share with you, from naval exercise, delivery of military equipment, and more. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video. For the first time ever, the navies of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN held a joint naval exercise with the Russian Navy. The exercise, named the ASEAN-Russian Naval Exercise or ARNEX, was held off the coast of North Sumatra, Indonesia on 1–3 December 2021. This location is selected due to its proximity to other ASEAN nations. The ambassador of the Russian Federation for ASEAN stated that the exercise was held to increase cooperation and interaction between the Russian Navy and the navies of ASEAN nations. The Russian Navy sent destroyer Admiral Panteleyev, while the Indonesian Navy sent frigate KRI Igusti Ngurah Rai, AS-565 Panther, CN-235, and 500 personnel. Meanwhile, of the 11 participating nations, 8 nations sent elements of warship or planes, and 3 others sent observers. On 8 December, PT Pindad conducted a mine blast test on their ANOA APC. Took place at the Army's artillery firing range in West Bandung. This test was aimed to measure the strength and survivability of the ANOA structure. In the test, an explosive equivalent to 8 kg of TNT was placed under the APC. But, different from the ANOA that has been produced by Pindad before, this prototype has been equipped with 8-ounce V-shape hull weighing around 160 kg between the center and rear tires. I appreciate what Pindad did to enhance the survivability of their existing line of products. Like we already discussed in the MRAP video before, even though Indonesia doesn't have any imminent threats from mines and IEDs, giving maximum protection and safety to our soldiers is what a country must do. For a quick survivability enhancement measure, an add-on V-shape hull like this is a cost-effective solution. We can put in and remove it whenever we want according to mission requirement. With around 350 plus ANOA currently in operation with the Indonesian Army, hopefully the result of this test can be applied for the Army existing vehicle. If you haven't watched my video about the MRAP and why we need it, you can watch it by clicking the video card on the top right corner. Moving on to the Philippines, for the first time, the Armed Forces of the Philippines or AFP will get their first quote-unquote real and modern tanks in the post-war era, according to the Army official in an interview on 19 December. The AFP announced it was expecting the delivery of 20 Sabrah light tanks this month, with 10 more light tanks are set to arrive in 2023. Those vehicles will be turned over to the Philippines Army's Armor Divisions based in Camp O'Donnell in Tarlac Province. Besides Sabrah light tanks, the Philippine Army will also receive Pandur II with 105mm cannon and APC armed with automated 120mm mortar as part of the ongoing AFP modernization program. According to the Chief of Staff of the Armor Division, the arriving vehicle will be the first light tanks for the armed forces and its deployment will be more centered on territorial defense, while the current inventory of APC are for internal security operation. Besides Sabrah and Pandur, the Philippine Army currently have more than 400 APCs of different types like Simba APC, V-150 Commando, and the M113 APC. I'm very happy to see that our Southeast Asian brothers finally have modern equipment for their armed forces. The types of equipment and the number they bought is impressive in my opinion. I also heard that the attack helicopter from Turkey will also arrive this month. And the Philippine Air Force is planning to buy 32 more S-70I Black Hawk from Poland. I guess Santa has a lot of presents for the Philippines this year. I wish our modernization program can be as smooth as the Philippines. And by the way, does anyone knows about the development of the Indonesian Army's Pandur procurement program? From the Philippines, we are moving on to Australia. On 16 December, the first Arafura-class OPV for the Australian Navy was launched in a ceremony at Osborne Naval Shipyard in South Australia. The new ship Arafura, the first of 12 OPVs, are built to replace the Armidal and Cape-class patrol boats. The primary role of this OPV will be to undertake constabulary missions, maritime patrol, and response duties. State-of-the-art sensors, as well as command and communication system, will allow the Arafura class to operate alongside Australian Border Forces vessels, other Australian Defence Force unit, and regional partners. Based on Lursen OPV-90, Arafura class has been designed with a modular payload model, with toolboxes and mission containers that can be fitted below the flight deck. She also features a stern ramp to ease the launch and recovery of a potential USV. In my opinion, modular concept and plug-and-play container-based mission modules should be in mind when developing a vessel of any kind. With this approach, we can have several roles from a single class of vessel, or we can change it in a relatively short time for other roles when we need it, drastically reducing the cost of operation and maintenance of 2 or 3 different classes of vessel in the process. Even though I'm not sure if the OPVs that the local shipbuilder currently builds for the Indonesian Navy is using this approach, hopefully it can become a standard requirement for future naval programs. We're gonna end today's video with news from Japan. Japan Air Self-Defense Force, or JASDF, is reported to upgrade 98 of their F-15J to the F-15GSI, or Japanese Super Interceptor, amidst Chinese and Russian threats. These GSI fighters are meant to complement the JASDF F-35A. The upgrade of the F-15J to GSI is scheduled to be completed in 2027. This includes Raytheon APG-82V1 Active Electronically Scan Array Radar, or AESA, Eagle Passive Active Warning Survivability System, or EPAWS, and Boeing's Advanced Display Core Processor 2, or ADCP-2. All the upgrade works will be carried out in Japan, with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries as the main contractor and Boeing as the subcontractor. The plan started in 2019, when the US State Department approved the Japanese government plans to spend up to $4.5 billion to upgrade 98 F-15J. However, the proposed upgrades have been delayed by budgetary and political issues. According to the latest report by NHK, the final price of the program has now been agreed at $3.5 billion. But in order to cut costs, Japan will not integrate the LRASM anti-ship cruise missile. There you have it, the first ever naval exercise between ASEAN and Russia, Pindad's Mine Blast test for their ANWA EPC, new tanks for the Philippines, and new OPV for the Royal Australian Navy, and upgrade plans for the JASDF F-15J. Is there any other news I missed this month? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next year.